Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Reporting for Shamba Shape Up News, I am Carol. The world has been facing a lot of challenges, what with climate change that has resulted in flooding and drought. I'm here with Wilfred and Penninah in the Shamba to just find out what they are doing to mitigate this. Today, the weather has been absolutely... Really? Welcome to Shamba Shape Up. This week, we are in Kigui in Meru County.
My name is Peninnah and I'm a farmer. I'm a wife and a mother of twin boys. I'm a girl from the city, so when I settled in the village, I decided to do farming to keep myself busy. I've been farming full-time for 3 years now. I do chicken farming, dairy cows and dairy goats.
Penninah!
Yes.
Hello!
Hello!
Hey! How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wow!
Karibuni.
I don't know whether it was this, but Tony,
yes.
she doesn't look like a farmer. Are you sure she's the one you're supposed to be meeting?
First time I saw her, I thought, no, it can't be the right place.
Yes, I'm a farmer.
Any challenges?
I have a few challenges. Number one, like with the chicken, the cost of feeds is very expensive, so it's taking a toll on me. Then here we don't have big portions of land, so with the cows, the main challenge right now is lack of enough feeds.
We've come with experts to make sure that by the time we are leaving your Shamba, all those challenges you've said, we must find a solution.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So we'll be with you in a short while.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
See you in a
Bye.
bit.
Okay, bye.
Let's go, Carol.
Let's go. In dairy farming, it's very important to plan on your breeding, aiming on improving your cows. To help improve Peninnah and Wilfred's dairy farming, we have called in Stephen Kigui from CKL Africa. Let's get straight into it. How much milk do they produce?
Currently, we are doing 16 liters.
Between the two of them?
No, just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Keri.
Keri.
Yes.
What's the name of the other one? It doesn't have a name?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So we know Keri gives 16 liters of milk.
Yes.
What about Nameless? Not yet.
Not yet.
And how old is Nameless?
2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
That's why Kigui is here. So Kigui, what have you observed?
One, I've noted that when you look at the shed, it has so many nails around.
Okay.
And this is a very, very great threat. Then also, with the cow shed, needs to do some improvements. On the floor, it's a bit rugged, so we need to improve on the floor. The water trough, it's a bit dirty because the animal requires clean water every day. Yeah, then also you have to improve on feeds. Yeah, make sure that you get very good quality feeds. And the good quality feed for the cows is maize silage or corn silage, together with hay, mixed with also with concentrates, and also the mineral salts. I've seen that you have not provided your cows with mineral salt. Yeah, and you need to.
Penninah wants to be getting at least 40 liters of milk.
Yes.
How does she get to do that?
One, you need to improve on breeding. And when you're talking about breeding, we want you to get a better cow that will produce more, a good cow that will eat less but give more. You are going also to get a more fertile cow because, as you talked about Nameless, she is 2 years and she has not come on heat.
Can you imagine?
No.
So we want to get a cow and a calf that is so fertile. That is what we are talking about, health and efficient.
A good cow should come on heat at around 15 months of age. Nameless is way overdue. So Penninah, I'll take you back to Kigui. How did you breed her?
We just called a veterinary, and then he came. He inspected the cow. He said that the cow is on heat, and then he did the thing.
What were you looking at? What did you want from the calf?
We were not very specific, but of course we wanted a calf that will give us milk when it grows.
So you didn't use any catalog?
No, he didn't come with any catalog.
And that is a mistake that she did. You need to get a bull catalog. That you are going to look at the qualities. One thing that we have said that for you to have an efficient cow, you need to consider production, you need to consider feed conversion ratio, and you need to consider the longevity. That is how lasting the cow is at the farm. So to do that, you have to use a bull catalog. The CRV bull catalog has all the traits that you need to know for a cow for you to breed.
The CRV Bull Catalogue gives you the option of dozens of bulls to choose from. It shows you the qualities of each bull, allowing you to improve your production herd.
For example, if you want to maximize on production, you check on a bull that is very, very good in milk production. And you can see here, we have Jupiter here. Jupiter is a long-lasting cow. We talked about longevity. And also, has an excellent daughter fertility. And when you are looking at increasing on milk production, you can also think about a bull like Nathan, which has unmatched milk transmitter. Meaning, Nathan can transmit more milk than Jupiter. By doing this, then the calves that are going to be born by Kigui and also Nameless, they are going to be productive, they are going to be healthy, they are going to be long-lasting, and they are going to be feed efficient. Yeah, you have said that you have a problem with feeds.
Yes.
So you want a cow that is going to feed less, then she is going to give you a lot of milk.
Okay.
By doing that, then you are going to improve your life because you'll have got a better cow. And better cow means better life.
So I didn't know earlier that you can ask the veterinary for what you want. They were just coming and inseminating, but now I have the knowledge that I can choose the breed that I want.
With the experts' advice, it's time to get to work, shaping up the cow shed.
Pests and diseases are a challenge in our farms, forcing us to spray them. But sometimes they form a resistance. So, how do we solve this?
When it comes to spraying, I have experienced resistance of the pesticides. That is the main challenge. You use a pesticide and it doesn't work, so you have to do it like 2-3 times.
Benson Kigui from AAK Grow is here to teach us more on ensuring that pests and diseases do not form resistance to the sprays we use. So Benson, is this a common problem with the farmers using pesticides and then nothing happens?
It has been known to occur, whereby after you have applied a pesticide on your farm, the results are not as pleasing as the farmer was expecting.
Yes.
Yes.
Why does this happen?
In every population of pests in the farm, there's a part of them that is naturally resistant to any type of pesticide that you can think of. Let's give an example of if you have 100 pests, when you start applying the pesticide, maybe 5 of them from the 100 will be naturally resistant to that particular pesticide. Yes.
So the 5 stay alive, the other ones die off.
Yes. The 5 will give birth to another 100, for example. In the next cycle, when you apply the pesticide, instead of the 5 surviving, 10 of them will now survive because they have passed their natural immunity to the pesticide to their children. So the numbers will continue to increase.
Did that make sense? Okay, let's take a closer look. If you take, for example, 100 insects, about 5 of them may have a natural resistance to the pesticide. Those will survive. And when they breed to, say, 100, 10 of those will now have natural resistance. and so on, until a large population forms a resistance to that pesticide.
The main reason why that happens on the farm is that the farmer is using the same pesticide over and over again.
Is that what you do?
Sometimes, yes. Yeah.
Throughout the whole season, you use one pesticide?
Yeah.
Pesticides are categorized by the way they work on the pest. And this is commonly referred to as the mode of action.
Mode of action
of the pesticide, yes. Let me explain a bit.
Yes.
So there are pesticides that are known to kill the pest by infecting or killing their nervous system. So the insect is unable to coordinate, it is unable to sense the food, it is unable to move, and in so doing, it dies. Then there are pesticides which are known to kill by stomach poisoning.
Yes.
Then there are other pesticides which are known to inhibit reproduction. So the life cycle of the pest is cut short, so it cannot give birth to the next generation.
How can I know how a pesticide works on the mode of action of the insects?
The mode of action of each pesticide is clearly placed on the label of each product. So if you are reading through the label, you will find that information given both in English and in Swahili.
So what are the other things that a farmer may do that may cause a resistance?
Something like using the wrong dosage rate. If you use a rate that is higher or lower than the one that is indicated on the label, it also quickens the development of resistance. When you choose the wrong application time, for example, for insects like the fall armyworm, when you choose the wrong application time, the insect has already developed a tough skin, and therefore the pesticide that you apply cannot penetrate through its skin. First and most important thing that the farmer should do is to always read the label, understand it, and then choose the correct product for the correct pest. So if you have sprayed product A in the first instance, then you alternate to another product the next time you are applying for the same crop, for the same pest. And in so doing, you are switching the modes of action, and you are able to prevent the development of resistance.
When you change the pesticide you use, the new one brings this number back down. So if you keep changing with every season, the population of the insects will be kept low. Remember to read and follow instructions carefully in order to get the best results from the pesticides.
Another thing that the farmer can do is to also use products that have more than one mode of action. When you go to the shops, you will find that some of the products for the major pests, they have more than one active ingredient with two modes of action. So if you are using two modes of actions at the same time, then you kind of confuse the pest and you are able to control it in a better way. There are other means of preventing damage by pests, such as crop rotation, proper spacing of the crops, placement of pheromone traps that can catch the insects. All these are other non-pesticide ways that the farmer can use to reduce the damage that they are getting from the pests.
Remember, using non-pesticide methods can help reduce pest population. To learn more on this, contact Shamba.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up Weather and Farming News for Kenya. We expect reduction of rainfall amounts across the country. The north, upper and lower eastern counties will see very low amounts of rainfall below 5 millimeters across the week. This includes Marsabit, Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo, Garissa, Kitui, Makueni and Kajiado. Meru and Tharaka, however, will get moderate rainfall reaching 50 millimeters in the week. Coastal counties will get low amounts of rainfall reaching 15 millimeters in the week. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa and Kwale. Taita Taveta and Tana River will see very low rainfall below 5 millimeters across the week. Central Kenya will continue to get high rainfall reaching 75 millimeters across the week. This covers the counties of Laikipia, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, as well as Kiambu. Nairobi will get up to 25 millimeters of rainfall this week. North, Central, and South Rift Valley expects moderate rainfall of up to 50 millimeters across the week. This cuts across West Pokot, Samburu, Trans Nzoia, Marakwet, Baringo, Nandi, Kericho, Nakuru to Narok. Majority of Turkana, however, will see low rains reaching 15 millimeters in the week. The Western and Nyanza regions will have moderate rainfall reaching 50 millimeters this week. This cuts across Bungoma, Kakamega, Vihiga, Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori, Kisumu, Nyamira to Kisii. Farmer, repair damaged cut-off drains, retention ditches, terraces and water pans that are filled with silt to help improve drainage. This is the best time to check out for pest and disease infestations in your crop as the rain reduces in most parts of the country. Also, when the weather changes, cases of fungal diseases increase. Prevent by spraying with the recommended fungicides. For a detailed weather forecast for your area and more tips, get in touch with Shamba. Call 0711 082 606. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
The cowshed shape up is going on well.
Coming up after the break.
We make a farmer-to-farmer visit. And what is the ideal weight for chicken when selling? Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up.
In this section, we go for a visit to learn from an experienced farmer. But first, we learn what your chicken should weigh when selling. When taking chicken as a business, there's an ideal weight to ensure they are marketable. You don't want them too big or too small either.
So I started with a few kienyeji chicken. Then I discovered I can take the risk of brooding. So I take the 1-day-old chicks. Then I brood them up to the age of 1 month and I sell it to the farmers. As long as the chicks are fully vaccinated and healthy, you will always find customers.
Rispa Wangare from Kenchik is here to help us understand how we can get the best weight from our chicken. Penninah, how many chicken are here?
I have around 300, but I started with 20.
How did you grow to get to 300? I mean, that's a big difference.
Okay, I started with the 20 kienyeji chicken, so they multiplied, and after some time, I sold them. So I had about Kenbro. So I went and purchased around 50. I sold them at around 1 month. From there, I kept on multiplying them. Yeah.
So have you faced any challenges so far?
Yes, the challenges that I face, it is the high cost of feeds and diseases.
And diseases.
Yes.
What do you feed them?
I start with chicken crumbs, and then we go to chick mash. Then I sell them at 1 month.
The farmers who face challenges with brooding the chicks, now she's of good help to them. She broods them and sells. So at 1 month, that is very correct. In terms of the structures are well ventilated. The only challenge is that she even has other types of birds, the guinea fowls, that could be a source of diseases into your farm because you don't vaccinate them. So they'll be bringing infections to your chicken. But from the look of the weight, they're not so good. Could be the challenge was the feeding. We could weigh a bird or two, get to know where we are at that age, and then we'll see how far the gap we have, and then we can see what to do next and how we should have fed them and how to improve next.
Okay.
All right. At 1 month, the Kenbrew improved kienyeji should be at about 300 grams.
300 grams, 290 grams. Just a few grams off.
So on average, it's about 300. Some of the birds have a good weight, but some do not.
Quite low.
Maybe this has to do with the feeding. So Penninah, how have you been feeding them?
I don't measure what I feed them.
You use your hands and you just, I think today you've had enough. When do you change from the starter crumbs to the chicken mash?
Between 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you still feed them in the same manner?
Yeah.
For the first 4 weeks, feed the Kenbrew chicks starter mash throughout. They will eat 20 to 35 grams of chick starter mash per bird per day. ensuring there is always feed in the feeders and water. This will ensure the birds get to around 300 grams.
Yes, by the time they are 1 month old, that bird will be big enough to resist all diseases, and then the farmer who's looking after you will be good to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So apart from feeding, what else should I put into consideration for my birds to be healthy?
Vaccination is key. There's a program for the birds. From day 12, you need to boost that bird for Newcastle. And then week after week, there's a program that you should follow to make sure that bird is well vaccinated. Yes.
Once you get your chicks from the Kenchick Poultry Center, they will come having had their first vaccine for Merex, Newcastle, infectious bronchitis, and Gumboro. The Poultry Center will give you a vaccine schedule for the follow-up vaccines.
So the main thing I've learned from this visit is that even the 1 month old chicks, they should be at a certain ideal weight. Another thing I've learned is that there is the amount of feed they're supposed to feed per day, which I was not keen on.
The chicken shed is in good shape, apart from the curtains that need some work done. Time for a shape up. As this is happening,
The cowshed shape up is still in progress, but there's still a lot more to learn. You may have a good cow, a good breed, a good house, but what about the quality of milk and how to handle it? Two-scale empowers farmers by educating them and linking them to markets. We have called in Joel Mawera, a dairy expert from Policy and Market Options, PMO, to help our farmer improve on our milk quality and handling. Joel,
Yes.
you look so shiny. Doesn't he look bright?
Yes.
Why are you looking like an angel? What's going on?
This is because when you are dealing with these cows and you are dealing with the milk, you need to look clean, white dust coat, white gumboots, so that you can easily detect when you are getting dirty, when your milk is getting contaminated. Yes.
Penninah, do you do that?
Not white, but clean.
Clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Penninah, briefly, just tell our expert how you do your milking.
I begin by washing the teeth with like a face towel, and then I use the milking salt.
You said that you use the fish cloths, eh?
Yes.
How many do you use for one cow?
I use one.
We have been training farmers on hygienic milk production. And actually, we have one farmer we would like you to go and see. Yes.
Are you ready to go see the farmer?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. We head out to visit a farmer who's doing well under the guidance from Policy and Market Options through the two-scale program.
as Tony is away, work is going on.
As the work continues, Wilfred, Peninnah's husband, is here and is helping with the cows. We arrive at Helen's farm to a pleasant surprise. Hello.
Hello, Helen.
How are you?
How are you?
Karibuni sana. Karibuni. Yes. Karibu sana Penninah.
Asante sana.
Yes.
How unikumbuki? You used to be my home science teacher.
What? Where? Gikumene girls?
Yeah.
And you did science? Oh, nice to meet you, Penninah.
This is a nice surprise.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
I'm doing dairy farming.
I'm also aspiring to be a dairy farmer.
That is what has brought the Shamba shape up here.
Yes.
Yes.
This is
Nice to
such
meet
a
you after many years.
To my shock, I met that you were taking me to my high school teacher, and it was very interesting.
Helen shows us around her wonderful farm and tells us her humble beginnings.
I started with 3 cows. Then I bought another one, Tixo. Tixo was in calf for Easter.
On to what brought us here. Helen explains her milking process.
We start by getting the cow into the milking cubicle. Then normally we use very clean towels. The colored one is meant to clean the udder. So we wipe with the colored one. But you can see it is still clean. Then the white one is for wiping the teats so that our milk is not contaminated and our cows don't suffer mastitis. And we use a clean towel per cow. The one that would probably share is this, because it doesn't touch the teats. But the white ones, we do a towel per cow. And after milking, it is soaked, ready for washing.
Okay.
Then, before milking, we normally test for mastitis. Should one cow be infected, we don't spoil all the milk. So what we do, we milk the first milk, a few drops, then you test with the CMT solution. Then if the cow is sick, then you identify the teat that is sick. Because at times it's only 1/4 that is sick. Then you have to discard that milk. Yes, that is to test for mastitis. Yes.
And then, you do that every day?
Maybe twice a week, or if we are suspicious.
Okay. So after testing for mastitis, what do you do next?
The cows are milked, and we normally use aluminium buckets for milking. They are easy to keep clean, and the milk does not get contaminated. So we milk, then we weigh the milk. Then the milk is sieved into this can.
After milking, salve is applied to the teats to prevent cracking.
Usually, to prevent mastitis, we normally use mustard teat dip.
Once the milk is ready, Meru Central Dairy come to collect. They check the quality of the milk. Weight. Once happy, they record the weight and transfer it into their containers.
I'm encouraged that I can get there, but I want to start small with like 2 good cows, and I know I can reach to where she is.
We return to find Kamau's done and the shed looking better.
It even has a food dip now. Wow!
From where I am now, my farming can become a business opportunity. Especially from your visit, I've learned a lot. First of all, I would like to thank the team for the renovations they have done and for the expert they have brought here to my farm. I have learned a lot, and I promise you when you come next time, you'll see a lot of changes.
I'm very excited. You've done a lot here.
Yes.
Next time you're coming here, it will be a whole different
We'll
place.
see many changes.
Yeah.
Now, Kim and Monene, would you like us to come back again?
Yes.
Oh!
You want us to come back? Yes.
Excellent, excellent. So, Caro?
Our work here is done, and if you allow us, we also need to go and educate other farmers. When another farmer is educated and you're educated, the whole generation is educated. So, we'll see you on the next Shamba Shepherd.